Okay guys, I'm going to teach you trigonometry form 3 parts. Where trigonometry form 3, there's a funny thing over here is the textbooks, the textbook information shows something which is more advanced as compared to your PD3 question. Where your PD3 question requires two things. Number one, it requires a ratio, sort of like some enlargement related concept where you understand it damn easily. Then next, it will be some trigonometry formula stuff. Okay, so leave it aside. Later we'll come to that. Very easy, don't worry. Okay, so as you can see over here, let me erase off the right angle triangle first. Okay, under trigonometry form 3. Okay, number one, to show this thing where PT, where it shows Pythagorean theorem form 2. And number 2, it will be trigonometry, which is this topic. And why am I writing up these two things out? Okay, number one, I have to show you a few things. Okay, first, trigonometry is it's chapter 15 in the form 3, of course. Okay, but before that, okay, why I write these two things? There's a reason, of course. Okay, so whenever you see a right angle triangle, okay, remember two things. Okay, two things pops out in your mind. Number one, Pythagorean theorem. Second, trigonometry. Where these two formula links to right angle triangle, of course. Okay, under form 3 knowledge. Okay, so as you can see over here, as you know, Pythagorean theorem, there's a formula called a squared plus b squared equals to c squared, right? Okay, just write it over here. A squared plus b squared equals to c squared. And trigonometry, for now, right, the fastest way to understand would be just memorize the initial first. The initial will be SOH so, and then CAH car, and the other one is tua. Or some of you might say, I'm a Hokkien person, you can say tua ka so, it's okay. Okay, tua ka so. Okay, the big auntie or something like this. Some auntie with a big, huge feet. Okay, so right wrongly, it should be tua ka. But this is in Chinese, of course. Okay, but I speak it in Hokkien way, tua ka so. Okay, leave it. So come back to this case. Okay, so what I do is to understand trigonometry, I separate them into three main parts. Okay, so three main parts work this way. Okay, so let's put here step number one. Okay, step number one, I'll just write a right angle triangle over here very fast. Okay, and based on this right angle triangle, I'll put like 3, 2, and 1. And I need to link the 1, 2, 3 over here to the formula given on top, a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. Okay, why don't I just write it over here? Okay, a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. So to make the process faster, okay, a, b, c links to which 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so just don't waste our time or what. Number 3 links to c, right? Because the longest one fits to the biggest value. As you can see, a and b plus together get c, right? So 1 and 2 will be either one, a or either. It depends on how you interpret them. Okay, but of course, as you can see over here, 3 will be the longest. 1 and 2 is not shortest, but you can say shorter. Okay, because there is no such thing called shortest over here, because there is a case where your right angle triangle can be an isosceles. Okay, so come back to this case. So if I fit into this thing, I'll just erase off the 3 and put c, erase off the 1 and 2, and you can put either a or b the other way, the other sequence is up to you. Okay, so over here, as you can see, you plus the two things together, you get a c, right? Okay, let me write it into a faster manner. Okay, I'll write it this way. To get the c, I'll take these two things plus together. Let me apply some linear equation knowledge over here. Square. You bring it to the other side of the equal, you get the square root, right? So I just write here, c equals to square root e squared plus b squared. Okay, so what we are trying to do here is we're trying to do some speed writing instead of calculation, because it's the same thing, right? It's just that we have to write it in a faster manner. So next, to get our b answer, we agree that c is the longer one. You plus these two, plus these two things to get c, right? So to get b, you just minus it, and of course you take the longest of course. So c squared minus of a squared. And to get your a answer, you have to get a c squared minus of b squared. Okay, so this will be some faster way of writing. Calculation-wise, it's the same. It's just that it's a faster way and better way to interpret and understand your Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so plus these two things to get this. You want to get a, take c minus b. You want to get b, take c minus a. But of course, with the square root and format over here. Okay, so this will be step 1. When you see right angle triangle, the first thing that pops out in your mind will be your Pythagorean theorem. Okay, if I go into like more information, right, as you can see here, A, B, and C, how many slots are there? There will be a total of 3 slots, right? So to get any of the length over here, what you have to do is you you have to get two information. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 3 slots. You need either AB to get C, or you need BC to get A, or you need AC to get B. So you need two information. I'll just write it over here. Okay, 3 slots and two information. Okay, in order to solve your Pythagorean theorem, or maybe your right angle triangle. Okay, so step 2, which is case number 1. Okay, and later I'll put a step 3 over here, and then the whole thing works perfectly. Okay, so step number 2, case 1. I'll just draw a right angle triangle over here. Okay, I draw a right angle triangle over here. And for trigonometry, it works this way. Okay, let me show you something first before I start. Number 1, as you can see, Pythagorean theorem benefits in length. It's solved length only. When you come to trigonometry, that's the main thing over here where you have a formula here provided. Not to say formula, but some initial to your formula. So let me integrate the whole thing. SAW work this way. Okay, if you break it down, SAW indicates sine theta equals to OH. And if you look at this car, CAH over here, so just write here CAH, indicates cos theta equals to A over H. And you can see your TOA indicates tangent theta equals to opposite over adjacent. So look at these 3 cases over here. Okay, your SAW, car, and DOA. I can just read it as DOA. So it's just a way of memorizing the sequence of the formula. Okay, so coming to this sine. Okay, I'll just interpret it first one for you. Sine theta equals to OH is a formula. As you can see, cos and tangent works the same way. It's like a formula. But some of you might say, hey, what's the meaning of sine cos tan? Nothing special. It's just some names, just like how you get the name from parents. Okay, like why my name is Liang, reason because my parents give it to me. I'll just keep saying case. Why is that sine cos tan? Basically, the mathematician just put it this way. Okay, now come back to this case. So just a name. Theta equals to OH. That's the sequence of the formula. So as you can see, theta over here indicates what? Indicates unknown. That represents what? Unknown for your angle. And as you can see, O and H, we know it's opposite in the hypotenuse, but to be exact, I'll just put it like this, it will be unknowns for your length. So, but if let's say the whole process is too fast, just pause, okay, interpret it, then after that, replay again, if let's say you don't understand. Okay, so come back to this case. Unknown for angle for theta, and O and H indicates unknown for length, right? So same applies to the other case, it's just that the sequence of your length, okay, shows like, of course, different position and stuff. Okay, so come back to this. Unknown for angle, unknown for length. First question to you is, how many slots are there? Same case, there is 3 slots. And how many information you need to solve? Okay, to solve any of the length of mid-angle over here. I mentioned the main thing here. Pythagorean theorem, 3 slot, 2 information, where all the information relevant to length. But when you come to this case, 3 different slots, 2 information, but the 2 information here, it's either you get 2 length and you can solve your angle, or you can get 1 angle, 1 length to solve the other length, or the other sequence to get the other length. So it depends on what kind of information you get in your question. But based on experience, okay, based on all the PMR, PT3 questions that I managed to find out and stuff, I managed to see something where you are not required to solve any of the sine constant length or maybe theta. Okay, but if let's say there is, I'll just present it over here, you can understand this and try to do it, try to attack it yourself. Okay, so I'll teach you more on that so you can deal with your super easy question over here for PT3. Okay, so I put a star here, okay, because it's not relevant, not so relevant to your PT3, but it's just extra knowledge to you, it's just in case you're screwed in it. Okay, so come back to this case. Okay, I give you a right angle triangle over here, and I prepare a, let's say, that's a 23 degree. Okay, just an example on how to solve it, okay? Don't worry on all the figures and stuff. Okay, so next, I'll write here a 10. Okay, and after that, I put here an X, I put here a Y. My first question to you is, if you see a right angle triangle, the first thing that pops out in your mind will be Pythagorean theorem. Why is it possible to apply Pythagorean theorem? No. 1, 2, 3 slots over here. Okay, there are 3 length, but there is two unknowns. Okay, too bad. There is no 2 information, you have only 1 information as 10. Okay, so too bad, I can't use it. So we have to move into trigonometry. So based on trigonometry, okay, I go it slow. trigonometry works this way. Number one, you have to understand on how to position your hypotenuse, opposite, and adjacent. Okay, so let me explain it over here, and later I will erase it. Okay, so right angle triangle, and let's say there is an angle given here. Okay, I'll just put it as theta. You can put it here, you can put it, it's up to you. Don't use 90 degrees, it's not relevant. Okay, so it's either here or here. So let's say I put it over here. And based on the theta, that will be what? That will be the opposite. Okay, and this longest line over here, we know it will be a hypotenuse. And next, the other one will be adjacent, it will be the remaining one, adjacent. So as you can see over here, it determines by your angle. So if I erase off this thing, and I give you another case, where I give you a right angle triangle this way, and instead of that I give you a theta on top. Hypotenuse, here, the longest line, based on the theta, remember that, this will be your opposite, and this will be the remainder will be your adjacent. Okay, that's how we position all the O and H, okay, the length names. Okay. So coming to this case, I have a 23, right? So since we can't use Pythagorean theorem due to the limited information, so we have to go into trigonometry. Okay, let's try it. So based on 23, this will be my opposite, sorry. So this will be your hypotenuse, of course, and this will be the remainder adjacent. So again, I have to mention this to you. There will be 3 slots. Okay, there will be 3 slots. And these 3 slots over here, there is a very main thing I'll show it to you will be, okay, I did mention that you need 2 information to solve any one, right? So it's either these two, or these two. So in this case, okay, yes, we have 23 here, and my first concern here is to solve x, let's say. So I write here, find x and y. Okay, so I start with x equals to how much? Look at the 23 here. Okay, I'm trying to solve my x, right? So I will first go x. If I go x, I will pick 8. My question is, this is 23. Any of the theta over here, right? And this will be adjacent. Adjacent belongs to, it's either car or maybe 2R. Let's continue finding it. So if, or maybe is it possible if I go opposite and select y? No. Okay, reason. Can you see x and y? How many unknowns are there? 2. But what we need here is 2 information. So too bad, I can't solve, I can use y. I have to go x, one of my unknown, and go to another information to fit into my formula and start solving it. So a and h, match out the formula here. Car, you see AH, car. So CAH, I'll put cos theta 23 degrees. You see, that's your unknown for angle where you already get it as 23. And adjacent will be x, and your hypotenuse will be 10. And of course, you have to use a calculator. So cos 23 equals to x over 10. Okay, my next thing will be cos 23. Is there a relationship? Relation as in, is it a plus minus times divide relation? Okay, my answer is no, it's not. Okay, there's no relation over here. So it stick together. So what we do is we have to press cos and 23, of course, but later we'll do that. Coming to this case, that's a fraction where x indicates multiply, 10 indicates division. So divide, okay, divide 10, when you bring it away, you get times, right? So you just take cos 23, okay, with 0.92 something, a lot of decimal point, don't worry, just times with your 10. Okay, so you get x answer equals to, make it 2 decimal point easier, so it will be 9.21, where the exact answer should be 9.2050 and stuff. Okay, but to round up to 2 decimal point, as you can see in your calculator, it shows 9.205. The third decimal point, you have to add it 1, so you make it 9.21. Okay, so that will be your x answer. You really get here as 9.21. Okay, let me write it over here. This will be your 9.21. Okay, my question to you is, that's a 10, you see, that's a 10, that's a 9.21. So is it possible to solve your y by using Pythagorean theorem? Yes. But to me, I don't really use it. I mean, as in this case, I won't use it. Reason, because 9.21 is not that accurate. So it's best that you continue using your trigonometry to solve your y to get the most accurate answer. Okay? So, not to say can't use Pythagorean, it's just that not recommended. Because we have 10, we have 9.21 to solve the y, but your 9.21 is not that accurate. But it should be 9.205 and stuff, right? Okay, so it's best that we continue using our trigonometry. Okay, I will just write it over here again. So I will just erase off the arrow, okay, and I will adjust the whole thing. Okay, so assuming I don't have the 9.21, So what I'm trying to do here is to get my y. So opposite I have to select. So opposite will be either sine or either tangent. Next, can I go x? By right, yes. I'm not using this because it's not that accurate. So I have to go h, which is 10. So O and h meets into saw. So sine 23 degree equals to opposite y. Hypotenuse will be 10. So same case, divide, throw it away, you get a y equals to sine 23 times with 10, of course. So you just times it and get your 2 decimal point. Okay, so I'll just times sine 23 times with 10 and you get the answer as 3.91. Okay, that will be the two length that you can find by using your trigonometry. Okay, so one main thing here is trigonometry, a lot of benefit. Okay, first you can solve your angle, second you can solve your length, and what I'll show you here in case 1 will be some length related calculation. So later in case 3 I will show you some angles. Okay, so later I'll do that. Okay, so let me erase this and show you another case. Okay, let me erase this and show you another case. Okay, so let me erase this one. Okay, so I'll just erase off my sine cos tan, and I want you to memorize the initial ways of so, ka, and toa. Where so will be SOH, ka will be CAH, and your toa will be TOA, right? Okay, so just remember your OA, your AH, your OH, because that will be the one that determines your formula. Okay, so it's still under case number 1. It's still under case number 1. I'll draw another right angle triangle again, and I put my 53. I put a 53 over here. And next, instead of writing my hypotenuse, just like the first case just now, okay, let me write here as 4. This is n. Okay, so in this case, to solve any of the n, it's not possible to use Pythagorean theorem. Reason: 3 length. There is only one information. Okay, so let me prepare my pen. Let's start with our n calculation. Okay, so based on 53, let's determine all the what's it called? Your opposite, your adjacent, your hypotenuse. We know this, right? Okay, so I'm trying to solve m. So my first information n. Okay, my first information that I want, it will be opposite m. Next, can I go n? Reason: no. 2 unknowns, no. We have to go 4. So O and A, we have to use tangent, right? So tangent 53 degree, you see, your theta 53 equals to OA. As you can check, O will be m and your A will be 4. So divide, throw away, you get the times. So you just press it, and you get your answer. Okay, nothing special for this, it's like the same case on top. Okay, next. So my next question will be, okay, look at this, I'm trying to solve n, right? And again, I have to mention it to you. I don't want you to use m because your answer is not accurate, too many decimal points. So it's best that you continue using that. Okay, because I'm trying to solve n now, right? So I'll go n and go 4. So n and 4, what do you have to do? You get an AH here, right? So AH, it will be your cos. So I write here cos. A and H, you see? It will be a cos, ka. So cos 53 degree equals to 4 over hypotenuse. Very important. Okay, look at this case. Because we have been doing something where your information falls below. But in this case, your information is on top. Okay, look at this carefully. Some linear equation knowledge. Divide, throw away, you get a time. So we get a cos 53 degree times h equals to 4. Again, cos 53 is together. It's not a times relation, but in over here you can see it's a cos 53 times h. So this is a times, but this is not. Okay? So h equals to times, throw away, get divide. So cos divided by h equals to 4 divided by cos 53. Okay, so let me mention it to you in detail. Okay, try not to apply divide symbol. Try to apply your ABC, your fraction symbol, okay, which is over here, you see. On top you get a shift, right? So just 2 buttons below the ABC symbol, okay, that will be your fraction, right? So I will press 4 over cos 53, and I get my answer as 6.65. Okay, so this 6.65 will be my answer for each. Okay, so that will be the case for case that will be the 2 examples for case number 1. You can repeat this, okay, to make sure you know how to do it. If you don't know, okay, come into the class, ask me, WhatsApp me or what, okay, I'll just put my number below, you can see it yourself. Okay, so I'll just erase on this thing. You can just anytime just pause it and read. read through the whole thing. It's best that you open up, okay, full HD to view the whole thing. Okay, so now, step 3. Okay, make it fast. Step 3.